Good morning, my dear student teachers. I am Dr. SANTOSH KUMAR PARIDA, Senior Teacher Educator, Diet Nayagadra Sunakala. How are you, my dear student teachers? I think all of you are fine. I am also here fine during this lockdown period. Okay. So now today we'll start a new lesson, that is also the development of reading skills in PC-2 paper UNIT-8. In the last class we have discussed about the language learning, four basic skills of language learning, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing. Out of that already we have completed, that is listening and speaking skill. But today we have to discuss about the reading skill. So you all of you are know that reading skill is very vital skill. It is also in the language skills it is very important skills. So if a person is able to read something else, definitely he can also expose so many informations. So that's why reading is very important skills. So today we'll discuss about it. So now I will conduct a warm-up activity among with us. So please, my dear students, read the following sentence. I have written a sentence. Please, all of you, read the sentence. What that sentence is. Please. Yes, yes. Try your level best. Yes, good. Oh, yeah. So your reading is different from person to person because your reading style, your sound, your sounds is also different from person to person. So that's why your reading is different. So we will try. While you are reading, what will happen in your mind? So we read a sentence, particular sentence, what I have given that sentence, what happens to in your mind, in your cognitive level. Please think of for a few minutes, just you think of, yes, what happens? How did you able to read the sentence? So I think you all of you are also able to read this sentence at the first step. You have also very quickly look at the sentence, what the sentence is. That's why you are also what just your overview of the sentence. Then you are recognizing the graphic symbol, the whatever the printed or also the script is also there, that you are recognizing the script, and also you are able to recognize in which language that text was also written. Here suppose I have written the sentence in the English language, you are recognize that it is English language. Suppose anybody can write in Odia language, you can also able to recognize that is also Odia language or Tamil or Telugu here. So next step is also, I think you have also done, that is your eyes divided the total sentence into smaller chunks. What is the meaning of the chunk? You know that chunk, it is the sense of the units of the words. So you have divided the sentence into different chunks. When the chunks were combined together, aggregated together, then it formed a complete sense of meaning of the sentence. Then you are able to understand. So that's why finally your eyes or also the sense of organs send a signal to your brain. That signal of your symbols of the signal sent to your brain to interpret in your mind. So that's why then you are also decoding the encoded form of the written or the printed message of the writer, either directly or indirectly. Then also you are able to understand the text. So whenever you are able to read the sentence, when you are able to understand, the understanding is also the sub skills of reading. So when you are able to read the sentence and also comprehend, then your reading is perfect. Good. So think of, this is also, I think you have breakdown, you have also created the chunk here. The woman is running behind the cat with a stick. I think you have done this. So if you will read it, the woman is running behind the cat with a stick. It is not perfect reading. So you have to create your sound is important, your chunk is important. So that's why the woman is running behind the cat with a stick. So what do you now in our discussion, can you guess what is the meaning of your reading? What do you mean by that reading? Reading is also very important skill to expose the information. So to gather the information. So that's why reading also deals with 3 A's. The first is your sound, second is your symbol, and also the sense. When they are aggregated, where they combinedly together form then also your reading is perfect. The sound is important. In your sound, you deals with the stress, chunk, pause, intonation, and also the symbol. You are able to recognize the symbol, the script, and also the sense of feeling, sense of understanding. So then you are also able to read and to comprehend the sentence or the paragraph. Then what you have done, so you know that reading is a cognitive skill. It is very complex cognitive skills which employs an activity of decoding. You are also decoding the message or the meaning. So whatever the writer or the writer has also encoded in his text directly either indirectly, you are able to decoding. If you are not decoding that once, that means you are not able to understand that phenomena or that sentence. So that message or the ideas, the feelings, the emotions, whatever is also there inside it, then your reading is not perfect. If you are able to decoding that things, then you are also able to read it perfectly. So then that I can say that reading is a guessing game. So if you are guessing that what will be the happen to the next, and you can understand guess the meaning, so then we can also say reading is a guessing game. Then another thing is also your we get more information through that reading. Reading can also helps us to gather so many informations, ideas. So then that's why reading is important. And also it acquires various aspects of language learning. That is also either your grammar, either your spelling or your pronunciation, writing and speech, etc. So that's why we need also the reading. So as a whole, we can say that reading deals with the three things, that is also your sound, symbol and sense, and you are also able to understand or comprehend the sense of meaning. So that's why we can say that reading is perfect. Good. Okay. Then we have to discuss about the types of reading. If we go the different materials are also you have also available different types of the materials. All the materials are not written in the same form, my dear student. So that's why the reading should be different from on the basis of your material. So that's why we can classify that reading into different, that is also your reading aloud or the oral reading, then silent reading, extensive reading and intensive reading. Basically we have to deal, if we'll come into one segment, that is also reading aloud or oral reading and the silent reading. In the and also I will discuss more about the strategies in the strategy part of reading, that is intensive reading, extensive reading, skimming, scanning. I will discuss in detail in more, but here I have to discuss about these things, the what is also reading aloud or the oral reading. So you know that oral reading it also deals with the sound, audible sound it deals. So then we can say that a reader needs the audible sound to read the text or the message. So that's why it is known as the reading aloud. That audible sound needs also the a reader produces the sounds of the language using the proper stress. That audible sound is it depends upon that your proper stress, proper chunk, proper pause, proper intonation. That means the stress you have to give. All the words are not also written in the same order, in the same stress, which is important word you have to give the stress. And also the for your chunk already I have cleared about it, that is chunk already you have to also the sense of units of the words you have to break down into different chunks of a sentence. So then you will combine the chunks, then the complete sense will come out. And also you have to give a pause wherever is necessary. And also you need the intonation, that is your falling tone and rising tone also depends upon your reading. So if you follow these things, your reading is perfect. So that's why that reading helps the children to enjoy the reading for a lyrical quality, and also the pitch of the voice get controlled. So that's why oral reading is important for us at the initial stage. But in oral reading, my dear students, in oral reading, so your sound is important, and also your sound along with that means a person cannot also not required any understanding is also essential, but sound simultaneously, sound and also the your understanding both go simultaneously. But more stress is given on sounds. When a reader is reading in oral reading, so he more stress upon that audible sounds. So that's why this is also known as the oral reading. But if we come to that silent reading is also purely, it also without the sound, without the audible sound, the comprehension or the understanding is important. That's why the deep reading is important. Your understanding is important. So that's why it is known as the silent reading. So in silent reading, your body cannot move, your head cannot move, your that is lip movement cannot also done. So that's why very deeply you can understand the context. So then we can say that that is the silent reading. Then another thing is also your extensive reading. What is extensive reading? Extensive reading is also, it is a very useful skill to acquire the knowledge and also gather informations. It is a kind of information reading. In extensive reading, it is also reading for enjoyment, reading for pleasure, reading for entertainment. So that's why you are reading the novels, you are reading for the comics, then stories. So these are also reading for gathering the information, for interesting, so that's why you are also reading the extensive reading. Extensive reading, your reading speed is also very important. So that's why you have to read at the 400 to 500 words per minute you have to read. So then you are also at the level of extensive reading. So then your intensive reading. Intensive reading is also another type of reading. It is required a high degree of reading, and also it is a very qualitative reading. High level of reading speed and high level of understanding is important. And also you are reading, while you are reading, you have to read 250 to 300 words per minute. So that's why it is very deep understanding is important. You have to go very deeper and deeper of the text or the content. So that's why it is very intensive. Suppose you are reading the Bruges fish. That's why you are also know the meaning of the text. You are know the content material. So that's why intensive reading is important. So then whatever we have also discussed about the oral reading and silent reading, I can also ask some of the questions for your self-assessment. You know at your level which is correct, which is also wrong. So you think, can you tell, write the O for oral reading and S for silent reading. So first question is symbol sound combination. What type of reading? Either oral reading or also the silent reading. You guess? Yes. Write down in your notebook. Okay. Then second, attention on both speaking and understanding. Yes. Third one is emphasis and comprehension. Fourth one is focus on teaching the mechanics of verbal language. Fifth one involves pronunciation. Sixth one, reading without pronouncing words audible or mentally. And last one is development of mental abilities like thinking, guessing, feeling, etc. Yes. You write down your response. Then next I will discuss about the purpose of reading. Without purpose of any activity, it's just like wandering in the dense forest. You know, dear student teachers. So the purpose of reading is very important. The purpose of reading is to guess. So that's why I can say that reading is the guessing game. I can give an example to you. Suppose you have kept a letter inside your pocket, but due to the heavy rain, the letter was drenched in water. And some of the letters were also that is washed away. So you are unable to read the content. Some of you are also reading and some of not. So now you are trying to guess the meaning of the sentence and also what is the message inside that letter. If you are guessing that things, some of the words are also helps us to read, then your reading is perfect. So that's why I can say that reading is a guessing. So here, dear students, the main purpose is also reading. That's why the reading for information, reading for pleasure and enjoyment, reading aloud, aims at correct pronunciation and comprehension. So comprehension is important. Comprehension. That's why comprehension is the sub skills of reading and the correct pronunciation in reading aloud. But in silent reading, you know that silent reading don't need also your any sound. So that's why the more stress upon the understanding the meaning than the sound. And in oral reading aims at proper practice and presentation of the text in the verbal term. And silent reading emphasizes meaning rather than the sound. So that's why reading is we get the information, we for collection of the information, for understanding, we are also reading. So that's why reading is a very vital skill. And also if you are able to read, then you can also accelerate, you can gear off towards your writing and integration of the skills, that is also your listening, speaking, reading and writing. Then you are also able in the language learning. So clear? Thank you. Thank you, my dear student teachers.